गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा पुष्णामि चौषधी सर्वा सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः. So one or the other support is taken, and in that support the seeker is now seeking something higher than him but other than him. So there the duality is still maintained, and in this manner tena abhidhyanena pratikattvena, that is the pratika, that is the support, that is alambana. So alambanatvam prakrutam omkarasya param cha aparam cha brahma iti etar bheda shrutehe omkaram iti cha dvitiya anekashaha shruta badhyata. Acha, this is grammar, need not go into grammar. Now in this manner what he does, bhavati dhyayamanaha mrutaha api suryat सोमलोकादिवन् न पुनरावर्ते किंतु सूर्य संपन्न मात्र एव भवति. So like the one who has gone to the Chandraloka, in the Pitraloka, from there he comes back, but the one who goes to the Surya Loka, he doesn't come back. Then what happens to him? He goes to the Hiranyagarbha, where he becomes one with the total mass of creation, the total subtle body of the Hiranyagarbha. And how does he leave this world thereafter? Yatha padodaraha sarpatvacha vidirmuchyate jirnatva vinirmuktaha sa punarbhavo bhavati sa evam hava tatha drishtantaha sa papana sarpavat sthaniye न अशुद्धि रूपेण विधिर्मुक्तः सामभिः तृतीय मात्रा रूप ऊर्ध्वम् उन्नीयते ब्रह्मलोकं हिरण्यगर्भस्य ब्रह्मणः लोकं सत्याख्यम्. Like the snake leaves his skin, because the skin on the body of the snake is dead. It is ashuddha, it is impure. See? So what the snake does? He goes through some sharp area, sharp stones, or what do you call the thorns, etc. And somewhere the skin gets stuck. And from that the snake slowly comes out, like we take out our hand from the sleeve of the coat. In the same manner the snake comes out and leaves the dirty dead skin behind. In the same manner this jiva, now who is doing the sadhana of all the three matra by the yajur, by the samaveda, he goes to the brahmaloka. And having gone to Brahmaloka, he doesn't come back. Like the person who has gone to Pitraloka, he comes back. So, Hiranyagarbha sarvesham samsarinam jivanam atmabhutaha. Hiranyagarbha is something like, the total life is existing in seed form. And in this Hiranyagarbha, he goes, and there he will be having satsanga with Brahmaji, and thereafter tasmin lingatmani samhata sarve jiva tasmat sa jivaganaha sa vidwan trimatra omkara abhidnya etasmat jivaganat Hiranyagarbhat parat paramakyam purusham ikshate purushem sarva sharira anupravishtam pashyati dhyayamana. So when he goes to that Hiranyagarbha Anubhuti, means that experience where all otherness is valid but not activated. Get this point? When we switch off our computer, all the data is there, it is separate, but it is not activated. Like you take the icon of a particular thing. In that icon you don't see all the differences. It is there, but it is not activated. The moment you click, then immediately the file opens. And in that all the different things are seen. This is the state of Hiranyagarbha, where all the jivas are existing together, but they are not yet activated. That jiva ghana, it is the consolidated mass of the total life. There, this jiva has gone, and there he is now dhyayamanaha. He is still in that reflective mode, and therefore he is, the moment the total Hiranyagarbha dissolves, he merges in the absolute. This is what is called a tadetasmin yathukta artha prakashako mantro bhavataha. And for this there are mantras which tell this particular thing. Tisro matra mrityumatya prayukta anyonya shakta anaviprayukta kriyasu bhaya vyantara madhyamasu samyak prayuktasu nakam patejnyaha. So these three matras, the three abodes that we reach. One matra, this world. Two matra, pitrulok, and come back. Three matra, hiranyagarbha, but we don't come back. We remain there, but the jiva bhava is not dissolved. Jiva bhava remains. And when the Brahmaji again creates the world, in that new world, again all the jivas which were living in the seed form, again they are born. And again the samsara continues. Thus, these three matra, they pertain to the apara Brahma, the relative world. Like individuality and totality, they are in relation to each other. Like I am a citizen as one person, and the Prime Minister is also a citizen. But what is the difference? I have got only one vote at my disposal. Prime Minister has got all the votes of the country at his disposal. Therefore, Prime Minister is like the Hiranyagarbha, in whom all the votes are abiding, existing. See? And when the Prime Minister goes away, what happens? He is again born as a jiva. Next time, let me try whether I can again go to Hiranyagarbha, or again, if I am not, then I become Devagowda and stand from a distance. Therefore, in this manner, this three matra, akara, ukara matra, so tisra tri sankhya ka akara, ukara matra kya, ukara se matra, mrityumatyaha. Mrityum asam vidyate sa mrityumataha, mrityu gocharat anatikranta, mrityu gocharat ityartha. So all these three matras, they belong to the relative world where birth and death is possible. Death means what, and mrityu and birth means what? Birth means identification with the finite is called as birth. And temporary disidentification from the one is called as death. And because there is temporary disidentification, again one gets identified with next finite, and again we are born. See? Like, first of all I am alone, then I get identified with a girl, get married, a husband is born. Then a child is born, then I get identified with the child, then a father is born. And then the grandchild is born, then I am third time born as a grandfather. See? And one of the three conditioning die. So when the wife dies, then what happens? Then the husband has gone. But otherwise the father and grandfather are still there to suffer. In this manner, birth and death means identification with the finite is called as birth. See? So joy comes identified with a joyful mood, and ha ha hoo hoo, joyful personality is born. Then miseries come identified with the misery. Then a miserable entity is born, misery goes. In this manner, we are constantly born and dying because identification and temporary disidentification with the finite. Therefore, all these three matras, tisro matra, mrityumatya prayukta, they are associated with the death because they are all the time leading in the relative world. They have not yet entered the absolute. Ta atmanaha dhyana kriyasu prayukta. And during these three experiences, one has to focus on the dhyana, on reflection on the three aspects of the Omkara. So the first matra, meditation on O, second matra, meditation on O and U, and third is meditation on A, U and Ma, Om. Now be attentive. Meditation on one matra means leading the life in this world as a dignified person. No more leading a life like that of an animal, licentious existence. No. Meditation on the two mantras means leading the life in such a manner that we are concerned about our next life. When we are concerned about our next life, we will not be leading a disgusted life of committing sins, etc. Then the meditation on the three mantras is we are no more happy or content with the achievement of this world or other world. We want still higher. Then we do the three mantra meditation, we enter the Hiranyagarbha. But there also we wanted something. In this Hiranyagarbha, all the Siddha Purushas, all the yogis, all the Kundalini Marga people, they go up to the Hiranyagarbha. They do not go beyond it. See, friends. Because they are in that state, they have got all the powers. They can bless somebody, they can curse somebody. See? And such people, such Mahatmas who have attained that oneness with the Hiranyagarbha, they have still maintained the sense of otherness. See? And therefore, people are afraid of them. They may curse. See? We come across somebody cursing somebody. Durvasa was so angry with Draupadi. If you don't give me food, I'll teach you. So, Draupadi was not happy when Durvasa came, because he will curse now. But when it came to Bhagavan Krishna, he was not miserable, because he was no more at the Hiranyagarbha stage, but he has gone beyond the relativity, and he was Paramapurusha. See, this is the basic difference. Therefore, you will see the yogis, they have got very hot temper. They will be cursing somebody, blessing somebody. People are afraid. Fearful existence is possible only if the sense of otherness is valid. Tapasvis are very angry people because they are doing it with obstinate. I will do this, I will do this. See, I will keep my hand up. I want it. Me what happens. Thus we keep ourselves separated from others. That I am other, you are other. And this is samsara. Dvitiyatvai bhayam bhavati. Prashnopanishad Upanishad says, wherever there is a sense of otherness, following things happen. One, desire. Second, anger. Third, greed. And fourth, fear. Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, Trividham narakasedam dvaram nashanam atmanaha kama krodhas tatha lobhaha. We can have kama, desire, only for something other than us. Krodha, we can have anger for something other than us or someone other than us. Lobha, we can have greed for something other than us. So these are three, the gateways of the hell, because they do not allow you to merge in the absolute. Therefore, these three mantras, they are mrityumati. They are definitely leading to the relative existence. They do not help us transcend the three one. So, although they are not contrary to each other. Kim Tari, what do you mean by this thing? Visheshena ekasmin dhyana kale tisrusu kriyasu bhayabhyantara madhyamasu jagrat swapna sushupti sthana purusha abhidhyana lakshanasu yoga kriyasu samyak prayuktasu samyak dhyana kale prayojitasu na kampate na chalati jnaha yogi yathokta vibhagadnyaha omkarasya ityartha. So, the yogi who has this clear knowledge about the three mantras of Omkar, he is very clear. I as a waker live in the waking world. I as a doer and the dreamer live in the mental world. And I as a deep sleeper where the I disappears temporarily merges in the Hiranyagarbha. So Jagrat Avastha, waker is like leading life only in the A-matra of Omkara. Waker and dreamer leading the life like an individual and a jiva who is concerned about the other life. And the waker, dreamer and the deep sleeper, all three together, they are in the deep sleep where waker is not there, dreamer is not there, their absence. Therefore, there is no burden, Hiranyagarbha, there is no sense of otherness. In deep sleep, there is no sense of otherness. In the deep sleep, there is no sense of limitations. Our experience is infinite existence, but it is temporary. Again, like we come out of the deep sleep, the same thing begins, same way. In the total deep sleep, Hiranyagarbha, the world gets absorbed, again the same thing continues. So these three are Mrityumati. They are not the ultimate. So, such a yogi who is thus established in this one, he is never disturbed in his dhyana. But the basic error remains. This is the basic thing between the yoga and Vedanta. According to Yoga Shastra, there is one soul per body. There are many Purushas. And because there are many Purushas, therefore Mr. Thangarajan gets realized, I will remain unrealized because we are separate. See? This is how the duality and separateness is maintained. But Vedanta tells, Bhagavad Gita, Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Hey Arjun, in and through the total creation, there is but one reality manifesting. Manifestations are different depending upon the conditioning through which it is manifesting. Like when the mind is manifesting through the eyes, it is called as vision. That doesn't mean there are 5 minds behind the 5 sense organs. In the same manner, when the conscious reality is expressing through the human body, human quality is expressed. When expressing through the animal body, animal quality is expressed. Because of that, consciousness does not become human or animal consciousness. This absolute is the Parabrahma Omkarena Avidhyanena Bhavati. This is the ultimate, and this is what it is said. So this seeker who is doing his meditation on the 3 matra of the Omkar, he is very well established, his life is disciplined, and his mind is not too much having thoughts, he is no more disturbed, he is at peace with himself. Even in the satsanga he can go to sleep without getting disturbed. But he still maintains the basic error of multiplicity, duality, I versus you. The error remains uncorrected. Therefore, yasmat jagra swapna sushupti purushaha sah sthanahi matratraya rupena omkara rupena drashtaha. Because he is like, it is something like this. Take another example. Man, number 1. Then number 2, the son, with reference to his own father. Number 3, with reference to his own wife, husband. Number 4, with reference to his son, his father. So, this man is miserable whether he is a son or he is a husband or he is a father. The differences are on account of the conditioning. But miseries are common. But a man per se, without reference of this conditioning, he is the Turiya, the final one. See? So this Omkara talks about both Param Brahma and Apara Brahma. Apara Brahma means Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti. In these 3 experiences, the same reality is manifesting. But the differences are on account of the conditioning. This is not recognized. Therefore, in the Karma Kanda, in the Yoga, in the Sankhya, they always talk about the duality, going to hell and heaven. One is liberated, other is not liberated. And therefore, when I consider myself to be liberated, you are not liberated, then what will I do? I will start blessing you. You will also get liberated and join with me. See, friends, from Vedanta standpoint, na nirodho na cha utpatti na baddho na cha sadhakaha na muktaha na mumukshurvai ittesha paramarthata. The ultimate is nobody is bound, nobody is liberated, nobody is sinful, nobody is meritorious, nobody is nothing, the truth alone is. Vedanta gives us the experience what water has with reference to ocean and waves. See, the other day when we went to that place, there were some fountains, and in that fountain the water was bubbling. So when the water is bubbling, nothing is happening to the water. When the water is moving, that is not a problem for the water. And when the water is still, not a single ripple on that, it is not an achievement for the water. Water doesn't get disturbed because there are too many waves. Hey man, I am tired. No, okay, stop waves. No. And when there are only absolute, not a single wave, calm and quiet, nistaranga samudravat, that time, oh, water is in meditation. Forget about it. From the water's point of view, there is neither ocean the cause, nor the waves the effect. See, this prarabdha is spoken only to quieten the foolish inquiry of the idiots. See, why this happens? Why? Because the sky is too high. There is no why. Do we ask any question? Why the fire is hot? See, it is hot. Now you behave properly. That's it. When you study Avadhut Gita, then Ashtavakra Gita, there is no beating around the bush. Mukti michchasi chet tata vishayan vishavatyaja kshamarjavadaya tosha satyam piyushavad bhaja. See? If you really mean freedom, vishayan vishavatyaja, don't get entangled in this world at all, and keep yourself so cool that you merge in your own absolute. And once only, friends, like we learn swimming only once. You don't learn twice. Even if you learn once and don't swim for next 50 years and then jump into the water, you will never have forgotten your swimming. Do you know why? Because we don't learn swimming by mind. Similarly, riding a bicycle. Before we learn, we are unable to have the balance. And once we learn it, you will never forget. Same is the truth about recognition of oneself. Only once. See? This is what Bhagavan says, Yogarato va bhogarato va sangarato va sangavhinaha yasya brahmani ramate chittam. See, he is no more leading a life of relative existence. He alone is Jivan Mukta. And what is that? Nandati Nandati Anandati Eva. He is at peace with himself and with the whole world. Like the water is at peace when it is floating as clouds, when it is falling heavily on the earth, when it is moving as floods, or bumping as the tsunamis, or solidified as the icebergs. Water is at peace. This is the ultimate. But if we are all the time in this only, getting lost in this relative world, maximum. We'll be all the time talking about last life, this life, next life, last life, this life. How long? See, we have to go beyond it. This is only prakriya, this is only a method by which we are brought to our own essential nature. Now here the shloka which was referred is given in the 7th mantra. Rugbhiretam yajurvir antariksham samabhir yat kavayo vedayante tamonkarena eva ayatanena anveti vidvan yat tat shantam ajaram amrutam abhayam param cheti. So by these 3 mantras, Rugveda, Rugbhihi etam lokam manushya upalakshitam. So the followers of the Rugveda mantras, they tell to live a very good quality life in this world. Yajubihi antariksham soma somadhishtitam. And by the Yajurveda, they all the time will be telling us about the life hereafter in the Pitruloka. And Samavihi Yattat Brahma Lokam. And by the followers of the Samaveda, they will be talking about going to the Hiranyagarbha and Brahma Loka. Trutiyam Kavayo Meda Vina Vidyavanta Eva Na Vidvamsa Vedante. This is known only by the wise people, not by the other wise people. And then Tam Trividham Lokam Omkarena Sadhanena Apara Brahma Lakshanam Anveti Anugachati Vidvan. So whatever we have accepted, our last destination, accordingly we will go there. See, earning money, it is not a very simple process. It is difficult. Similarly, leading a life, keeping our next life into account, therefore leading a life of meritorious existence, no committing sins, it is also not simple. Very difficult. All the time living in meditation is also not simple. It's very difficult. Now, these difficult things we do. For what? Getting simple things. Do the same thing, recognizing your own divinity. That's all. The effort that we are putting, it is something like, one person puts efforts and he determines his own value. There was one person, I was sitting with him and he has to employ some servant or somebody. So he asked, okay, I'll keep you from tomorrow. How much money you expect? He said, I will not take more than, less than 1,500 rupees. He said, okay, come from tomorrow. After he went, my friend told me, he said, Swamiji, have you heard and what you have learned? I said, I heard. He said 1,500 rupees per month. What I have learned? I said, every person in this world makes his own value. He couldn't imagine that is worth more than 1,500. This is how we go to the God and ask, oh God, please give me this thing. See, leave it to Him. He can give you infinite. In the same manner, when we are putting so much effort in this world, other world and Brahmaloka, the same efforts, the same quantity, the same quality are put for recognition of the self, and for that all the spiritual practices, here we struggle to fulfill our desire. Now give up struggle and be content. See the difference? One corporate joke. There was one person, he used to sit near a big lake and catch 2 fish per day. One fish he will sell standing on the roadside. Whatever money he gets, one fish, and with that money, whatever rice and everything, he enjoy it. So one corporate fellow went there. He said, what do you do? He said, I fish. How much you catch? 2. One I sell, one I eat and enjoy. Why don't you do one thing? What? Get a boat and have big catch Then, then you can sell and you will have more money. Then you can thus multiply the boats. Then you don't have to even sit here and catch this thing. You simply sit, enjoy, and all your CEO and MBA, they will work for you. And then you will be happy. He said, I am happy right now. See, what we are seeking, we do not know. Friends, we are seeking happiness, but our search is misplaced. We imagine in the things, in the beings, is the happiness hidden. Search, but in the wrong place, and therefore we are miserable. See, friends, therefore, tam eva omkarena yat param brahma aksharam satyam purushakyam shantam vimuktam jagrat sapna sushuptadi vishesha sarva prapancha vivarjitam ateva ajaram jara varjitam amrutyum mrityu varjitam eva yasmat jara vikriya rahitam abhayam yasmat eva abhayam tat param niratishayam tan api omkarena eva ayatanena gamana sadhanena anviti ityartha. But the other type of seeker, he who takes the support of the same Omkar, like we live in this world with whatever is available. Mahatmas also live in the same world with whatever is available. They function in the same political turmoil. They live on the same time scale. They live with the same health and disease problems. And yet, their attainment is different. Our attainment is different. In the same manner, the seeker who is Yat Param Brahmaksharam Satyam, the one who is seeking the absolute. And what is seeking absolute? Be very attentive. Seeking absolute is deleting the relative. So should we take a divorce and go away? No, if you take divorce and go, you will get married again to somebody. Then lead in this world through the body. Don't live as the body. Live in this world through the mind. Don't live as the mind. Normally, we live as the body, for the body, on everybody. And then the suffering and nothing else is our lot. Therefore, by the same Omkar, we go beyond the relativity. How do we go beyond relativity? Be attentive. I'll chant Om and see what happens. Om. Om begins in time, remains for some time, ends. Therefore, it can be repeated. Silence doesn't begin in time, doesn't end. Therefore, cannot be repeated. See? Jagrat, Sapna, Sushupti, Mrityulok, Pitrulok, Brahmalok, repeated. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Jananam. And when we come to the Amatra, go beyond the three matras of Omkar, the silence. Silence is not created. Sounds are created. Sounds have birth, growth, and death. Sounds have different qualities. Sahasrashirshah Purushaha Sahasrakshas Sahasrapan Sabhumim Vishwato Vrutva Atyatishtat Dashangulam. See how many sound variations? And silence? Sounds, efforts are required to produce. Silence is effortless. Waker, dreamer, deep sleeper, efforts. Being Paramatma, no efforts. The moment being is reduced to becoming, coming and going is associated. In being, there is neither coming, therefore not becoming. And therefore, when there is no coming, there is no going. See, coming and going is possible only in the finite. Earth goes around the sun. Water moves around the earth. The fire burns here and there. The air moves here and there. What about the space? Where the space goes? Everything goes in the space. Space doesn't go here. We can ask a question. Where is earth? Where is water? Where is fire? We cannot ask a question. Where is space? Everything is in the space. See, friends. Therefore, the same sadhana, the same efforts that we put forward in achieving in this relative world, the same sadhana, the same efforts, if we put to undo all what we have been doing, to unbecome what we have been becoming in our life. See? Then tameva omkarena parabrahma iti dhyayita. So satyam purushakhyam shantam vimuktam. That is the ultimate truth. And that is the Purusha. Purusha is deciphered in two ways. One is Purishayanat Purushaha. The one who is expressing through the body is called as Purusha. And Purnatvat Purushaha. Although expressing through the limitations of the body, yet this Purusha does not get corrupted because of the limitations of the body and continues to be Purnamada, Purnamidam. That is the meaning of Purusha. So we have a choice what definition we accept. Do we accept the definition of yourself as I am a husband, wife, brother, sister? Or you accept the definition that you are a man or a woman? If you have your own definition that I am a mother, father, brother, sister, suffer incessantly. And if you define yourself, no, I am a man or woman, all suffering will go away. See, friends, spiritual practice is not a struggle. It is not doing anything. It is undoing all what we have been doing throughout our life. Once these basic things are recognized clearly, thereafter you just play the game of life for a time pass. Nothing is to be achieved, nothing is to be lost, nothing is to be protected. So, evam ajaram jaravarjitam, then there is no problem of the old age and death, etc. And therefore, abhayam. Then the life is lived fearlessly. See? This element of fear, which is born out of foolishness, is paid by us in terms of our regular installments for the insurance. And what the insurance tell? You pay us and you die, we will take care of your money. LIC fellows have stolen my Krishna's words, Yoga Kshemam Vahamyam. So on LIC we have faith, and Krishna we don't have faith. His words are stolen by these fellows. They don't even write also where from the words have come. See, friends, therefore, Yasmadeya Abhayam Tasmat Param Niratishayam. This is the ultimate Niratishayam. Tadapi Omkarena Eva Ayatanena Gamana Sadhanena Anveti Ityartaha. So this also is attained by the same means. See, by this body we can enjoy this world, by the same body we can merge in the Absolute. How simple it is. But we prefer to use, one person gave me one elephant as a gift. No, I don't have a big house and a farm, etc. So I thought, what will I do with this elephant? Then I said, okay, I'll employ this elephant for plowing my kitchen garden. Will it not be a height of foolishness? In the same manner, by this body, we can attain the supreme, absolute reality. But we are busy in doing the kitchen garden. ये टमाटो हमारे घर के, oh, that's why they are so bad. I am always, enchanted by this statement. Many times they say, Hamidi, this is from our house. We prepare everything in our house. In somebody's house I went. Those days I used to eat achar a lot. Now I have reduced. So, achar, I say, hey, so nice achar. Mama, which company this is? Why you ask this question? I say, because it is tasty. Means, if the achar is tasty, it has to be purchased. Then only it can be sold. If the achar is useless, it cannot be sold. But when the achar is made at home and is useless, you have to say it good, or else you don't get food. See, friends, let us not get carried away by all this relative world and hold on to this. Yasmat param niratishayam tadapi omkarena ayatanena gamana sadhanena anveti ityartaha iti shabda vakyapara. In this manner, the fifth question has given us a complete scheme of spiritual practice. First, we have to lead a perfect life as a decent human being. Then there will be no regrets, there will be no frustration, there will be no arrogance. The second thing, we come to this life is not only between womb and the tomb. Life is much more beyond the womb and the tomb. See? And then third is Hiranyagarbha. Only going to Brahmaloka is not enough. In this very life, we come to recognize our divine nature and be happy eternally. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om